now, mind you, the talk with about Jeffrey Dahmer is not. We're not glorifying what he did. We're just sort of asking, I guess, the general questions of what would one do?
Could
Because
just shake his hand.
I wouldn't. No, I couldn't do it.
You don't think instinctively you just would and then be like, oh shit, I shouldn't have
Nah,
done
I
that.
don't want that bad juju on me.
I want
Yeah.
your juju on me, boy.
Nope, don't need that mess because whatever he's up to or whatever he wants to do or whatever. No. I mean, think about it. You're shaking a hand of a killer that slaughtered 18 people and cut them up.
Yeah, no big deal.
No big deal. Let me just shake his
It's
hand. Why
fine.
not? Yeah. Would you really want to shake a person's hand that's done that?
I don't think so.
Think of not to get too supernatural, but think of like in some cultures they believe that spirits can pass from one person to another just by touching them.
Who says this?
In some cultures, right? That's what they believe in.
I'm
So-
American.
Not in America. We don't believe in that. We believe in stone cold killers. But just think about this though. You're shaking a hand that just touched 18 different, victims. And 18 different people that and I know it's past tense, but still though. I mean, come on. I couldn't do that. I don't want any part of that mess. That's
Keep your
bad
juju away from me.
Yeah, I don't want bad juju. It's like when True Rocks and I went to Louisiana because we took a trip to Mississippi, right? To go to Laurel, Mississippi. And then we drove down to Louisiana and we started taking a tour around the museums that they had down there. Like one of them was a what was it called? It was a museum where they had different dolls from different cultures, right? That were supposedly possessed and whatnot. And you walk in there because it was like a museum. It was a voodoo museum, I think it was called. And you walk in there, and you already got this bad juju vibe, walking in because all the pictures are there and stuff like that. And then she wants to take a picture of this red 3.5-foot doll that is supposed to be a juju doll from Satan. And I'm like, no, we're not taking any pictures. No, no way. And she's like, why? I go, because there's all kinds of bad juju in here, and you don't want to take that home.
In a picture?
You could do it in a picture. For example, there's a crap, what's it called? What name? There's a doll, right, that they have locked up. That if they take pictures of the doll, even in a book, right, and I'll tell you why in a minute, that you have to go to, I think it's in like Key West, I think the doll is, and go put a note saying that I'm sorry and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And here's why. At Islands of Adventure one time, we were out there just chilling, and they had this sort of like haunted, like 10 haunted things in Florida. And I've heard about this thing here before because I saw it on the Travel Channel deal. And I went to go take a picture of it so I'd remember it so I could talk about it on the show. And the guy goes, "Nah, you don't want to do that." And I go, "What do you mean you don't want to do that?" He goes, "You don't want to sit there and take a picture of the doll." I go, "Why?" He goes, "Because it'll give you bad juju with
It'll
the
give
picture."
you bad juju.
And I'm like, okay, don't need bad juju. So I didn't take a picture of the page. It was just a picture of the page in the book.
Pussy.
What I'm telling you, that's what people do, man. They take pictures of this thing, even in books, and they have to go say, "I'm sorry" to the doll.
Poussoir.
Now, I do have to tell you one time, speaking of October, and it's getting close to Halloween, did I ever tell you about the story that Batman and I went to the Vault of Souls?
I don't know.
Okay, well, we went to, this was a Scott Swenson's haunt right here in downtown Tampa, and it's called the Vault of Souls, right? It's an old 1910, I think, bank that's been obviously in Tampa for a long, 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 long time. So, so we're sitting there, we're taking a tour, and you know, it's Batman. And if you don't know who Batman is, Batman, he was, I guess, our honorary stunt guy of the when we used to be at the BRN doing a show over there.
Right.
Like, we'd have guests come in, and he'd take off his pants and show him his tattoos on his thighs. You know, one time he almost got beat up by a wrestler because he was about to do that. I said, "Well, easy, come on now." So, anyways, so Batman and I are going over there, and we're walking around, and Scott's showing us the top floor and all the main floor and stuff like that. Then we go in the basement, right, which is about one floor below the street of downtown Tampa. And that's where a lot of the activity comes from, because in one room he said that he doesn't put anybody in that room. It's just a wooden horse, because his actors and actresses have come out with, like, bruises and marks and stuff like that on them. So he doesn't put anybody in there. And then and you get a very creepy vibe when you walk down there. There's like a 10-ton door, like a safe door down there, because back in the day, what you would do is you drive like a drive-through underneath the building, right?
Right.
And make your deposit and then drive back out the other side. So it was kind of like one of the first like drive-through deposits. But a lot of times it was deposits made by the mob too.
Oh, bodies.
It could be bodies, yeah. So then, there's this other room, and you got to remember, there's no doors. Like, it's just concrete walls of rooms and stuff like that. But there's no doors at all. The only door is a 10-ton safe door. Okay, so I'm sitting there, and Batman and I were walking to this other room, and it's a room that has a bunch of dolls in just different positions, like a bedroom, like dolls everywhere. Are you cool with dolls?
I mean, I don't play with them, but...
No, but I mean, like, if you see them, like, in a room, it doesn't creep you out?
I mean, it depends on the frequency and the type.
Okay, well, these were all kinds of dolls just sort of standing everywhere in different positions, kind of like a horror movie type of thing,
Right.
So then he was telling us a story about how beyond the little, because I asked him, like, why do you have a 2x4 sort of at a, cross the doorway? He goes, because we don't put anything over there, because there's another doorway back there that's another room, but supposedly some little girl got trapped in that room, and he doesn't put anybody further back there because they get scrapes and marks and stuff like that. So we took it up a notch for this one, and we were in that room, and he called up to one of his tech guys, and he goes, turn out the lights down here. So turn out the lights, right? Can't see past your nose. Complete darkness, right? The only thing you can see is Scott has an app on his phone that if you say something, supposedly the spirit will answer you back. So I'm sitting there and I'm going, yeah, whatever. You ain't got nothing, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Just being sarcastic, jackass. And I kid you not, Batman about jumped in my lap the first time, right? Because he claimed that he saw some sort of like mist like go by his feet. You know what I mean? And he like jumped. I almost had to carry him like a baby, you know, because he almost jumped in my arms. And so then we're sitting there and I'm like, just chill out, dude. It's okay, no big deal. And so when I get him calmed down, you know, we're doing it again, and we hear a door jiggle right behind us. And there's no doors, there's no handles, there's no nothing.
Duh.
Like it sounded like a jiggling door. Like if you took the door handle for the door of your studio and you jiggle it, right? It sounds just like, you know, like that. And to this day, cannot explain it whatsoever. Like, how do you get a door handle jiggling in a facility with no doors?
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
You were there?
What's that?
You were there?
I heard it.
Huh.
Me and Batman have both heard it. And Scott.
I don't know.
You don't
Looks
know?
like we gotta take a 5.
All right, let's take a 5 real quick. When we come back, we'll get into some little ghost stories, I think. I think that'll be kind of interesting. If you got any ghost stories,
Black
please.
Lives Matter released their 990 IRS filing. They collected.
Wrong screen on that one. My bad. Anyways, be back in a minute. If you guys got some good ghost stories, please chime in. Don't be afraid. It's only Halloween for one night. Be back in a minute. Social Reload Show, Bulls Radio Lounge. Don't go anywhere. Back in a minute. Bulls Radio Lounge, Social Reload Show. How are you? What's going on? We still have Matt, right? Matt?
It's Monday.
Oh, there we go. All right, I want to make sure we're still, the satellites are still linked.
Yeah, finally, Sonic is doing his job.
Yeah, I took that bastard out the other day. Speaking of Sonic.
Did you?
Yeah, he was a little bit pissed. Because I haven't taken him out in a couple of days. And then he saw the worms and said, screw you. I got worms. I'm going to bed.
Screw you, old man.
Screw you, mother effer. So. But, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said I believe it.
Yeah, he's a nice little, like, he's at the stage now where he's starting to cuddle.
Okay.
So I looked it up and I go, what does that mean? Like, why is, because it's weird. Like, he'll sit there and he'll brush his cheek up against like my stomach, and it's like, and he'll just sit there. I'm like, okay, cool. He's taking a nap. So I looked it up, and they go, yeah, if they start to cuddle with you, that's what they're doing, is cuddling, then that means that they really, really trust you. And I'm like, that's cool. So.
Well, there you go.
He's doing his job. I gave him a whole bunch of worms yesterday.
You're trustworthy to rodents.
Yeah, he was fat and happy, and he was falling asleep yesterday, little homeboy. Little bastard don't like me trimming his nails, though.
He does not like you trimming his nails.
No, he gets pissed with that.
He's a pissed bitch.
Yeah, he was trying to bite the nail clippers the other day. And I'm like, what are you doing? But he's
biting the nail clippers naturally.
Yeah, he's a little asshole.
He's a little asshole.
So I wanted to talk about a little bit. I know we talked a lot about Jeffrey Dahmer and stuff like that. And I wasn't trying to...
You hijacked the whole show with your Jeffrey Dahmer stuff.
Well, I think we both had a great conversation with Jeffrey Dahmer. Or about Jeffrey Dahmer.
Who knew?
So, the one thing I did want to talk about, because October is National Cancer Month, right? And so, especially like with breast cancer. By the way, did you know that males can get a mammogram too?
Yeah, of course.
I didn't know that.
You got titties, don't you?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
I do not. Thank you.
I have nipples, Greg. Did you milk me?
So yeah, they take the guys, whatever breast tissue they have, and squeeze it on the table, whatever they have, and
they say, "Sit on down, big boy. We're gonna go ahead and squeeze your titties right up in here."
Can you imagine like somebody having like, big old boobies that like fall over the plate or something like that, or it's like, did you break the plate with one boob?
Break a plane?
No, the plate.
Oh, plate? No.
Because they squeeze the boob, don't they? I mean,
I've seen some heavy ones. I don't know.
I mean, you're getting into like I know there was one story.
Up a couple heavy ones, you know.
Well, this one that I heard on the radio the other day was like each boob was like 33 pounds.
Woo!
Yeah, so you imagine picking up those milk.
That's
huggers.
a huge bitch.
Yeah, that'll knock you out if she's trying to swing. Swing at you. Well, I mean that's what the story was.
Break your face.
The girl was young. I think it was like, I want to say 19 or 20, a college student, but she's having a hard time sleeping because in the story it reports how these her massive boobs, right, when she sleeps, suffocates her. Yeah, they suffocate her.
They suffocate her.
Yeah, they roll up in her face and she can't breathe over her mouth.
Jeez.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So they weighed them, and like each one weighs 33 pounds. So each boob is 33 pounds a piece.
Yeah, that would probably be painful.
Yeah, she'd knock you out with one of them.
I mean,
I
don't know. That doesn't sound very comfortable.
No, it doesn't. That's a lot of. Well, that's what the report said too. A lot of back problems, stuff like that, and she has to sleep. I think like on her side, or I mean, could you sleep on your stomach with 33 pounds of boobs?
It might be comfortable.
66 pounds total. I mean, that's like pillows right there.
I really don't know, dude. I can't. I have no field of expertise here. Like, I've never slept on.
I mean, what happens if like the plane goes down? Do you grab a hold of those in water? I mean, would they float?
I don't. These are the real questions.
I don't know. I'd like to know. That way,
Wouldn't we all?
If I had to, eject out of a plane. And, if I had to be the guy that was sitting next to the exit thing, I'd want to say, hey, forget the board from Titanic. Fucking grab a hold of the big, booby bitch.
Jesus.
So, I mean, you might be able to be saved by her because the Titanic door, the fat ass bitch ain't going to get off. She's going to leave you hanging. And the ocean full of fucking sharks.
Jeez.
So, grab a hold of the big titty bitch. There you go.
Yeah, she'll help us. She'll get us there.
Yeah.
She'll get us where we need to go.
Plus, if you need something to drink, she's got natural, juices. Yeah. You just latch on. No? Maybe, kind of. Anyways, I don't know. Oh, he's back in the back, making a drink.
Never.
So this month is National Cancer Month, and I put up on the.
Whoa, with the burping, that was disgusting.
Easy, buddy. You should hear my farts.
Well, jeez, I would rather not.
I can clear out That's one good thing about my surgery. I've been gassy. I can clear out a whole room.
Oh, my God.
If I want to see a theater by myself, I just clear out the whole room. So, but no, it's National Cancer Month, and it's obviously, Breast Cancer Month as well. But also, as bad as that is and as silent as a killer as that is as well,
what are you talking? Are you talking about butt stuff again?
No, I'm talking about breast cancer.
Oh, breast cancer, yes, for sure.
But I was going to get into that because a lot of people.
No, God.
No, listen. I wasn't going to get all the details or anything like that. I was just going to say that, go get your stuff checked because, Matt, you might say, oh God, or whatever, but listen, I said the same thing for years, and it's, you got to get your stuff checked. You got to get your health checked because, if you don't, you could have serious problems or complications along the way, and possibly you could die.
Yeah.
So
threaten me with a good time.
I mean, I'm just saying because a lot of people don't realize that, and a lot of people think like you do, and like what I thought was like, nah, I'm not going to get a colonoscopy or nothing like that. But I'm having in November. I'm having both done, colonoscopy and what's it called, endoscopy done. So, because I want to make sure that nothing else is hiding inside there.
Good Lord.
Well, I mean, like I said, there's another a good radio friend of mine that, and believe it or not, man, that he doesn't even have like a large colon.
Like I do believe it.
He has a small colon that's hooked up, to the rectum, and that's it. So,
right.
I'm just saying, like, it's, it's there. I know it's kind of embarrassing. I know it's kind of whatever, but, you never know what could be lurking inside, your body. you know, and the main thing that you got to remember is that it could be too late, you know, when you go have it checked out. You know what I'm saying?
Are you threatening me?
No, I'm not threatening you, buddy. I'm just saying that, you know, for people that obviously, you know, think that it's crazy. I mean, it is crazy because
It is crazy.
the way you have to prep for it is insane. That's the hard part.
You gotta buy all kinds of lube and
No, well, not that. No, the lube part is when you're under anesthesia. You don't feel any of that. My hope is that he don't stick the same camera in my throat as he does in my ass. So,
oh my goodness.
But no, the hard part is drinking all that crap that you gotta drink to get all the stuff out of your system. That's what's difficult, because then it's like it's almost like you're drinking and being sick, but not drinking. So you're just
I don't know, dude. Like, you know, one day for sure, but right now, no. I'm good.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like one of the things I told the doctor that too. I'm like, man, I don't know if I could do this again. And she said that, well, it's good that you got it now, because a lot of times.
Because I really wanted to see your butt.
No,
And I was really into putting something up there.
Trust
And
me.
I'm glad I got to.
she'd
Because if
have
you
a
would have
heart
waited, maybe I wasn't doing this anymore.
She'd have a heart attack if she did that. So the big thing is that a lot of people that come in, especially my age, right? They've been seeing a lot more my age. And this is for guys and girls, not just specifically for guys. But
Girls don't have prostates, bro.
what's that?
Girls don't have prostates.
I'm not talking about a prostate, though.
Huh?
I don't know where you're going with that, but all right. So anyways, the doctor said that it's good that you came in and when you had symptoms, because a lot of people, they'll ignore it, or they'll wait till it's too late to come in the doctor because they're afraid or they don't like the doctor. And then at that point in time, it's too late. You know, it's already like stage 4 cancer or something like that, or something inoperable. They can't,
You're
do
like a
anything.
fear monger.
Who?
You.
No, that's what they told me, man. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's good that I came in and took care of this, when I did, because that's, like I said, but the main thing is that, if you have symptoms, please go get checked out, especially, during like this month, because I don't know, why do we have a specific month for that?
For
Do you
breast
know?
cancer awareness?
Yeah.
Because somebody one day stood up and was like, hey, we need to have more awareness about this.
But why?
They were like,
why-
all right, we'll make a month for it because of political stances.
Okay, I got you.
Same
just-
reason we have like Mother's Day and
Right,
Valentine's. Well, Valentine's Day is a little different, but
Valentine's is a Hallmark occasion.
it's about money.
Yeah, that's all it is. I hate Valentine's Day. I really do.
Like if you actually love somebody, you'll just show it all
you
the time.
do it, yeah, exactly. But I never understood why they had to do one month specifically just for that.
Well, I mean, we have all kinds of that stuff. We have Black History Month. We have Cancer Awareness Month. We have, whatever. We have all kinds of stuff.
I know, but I mean, still, what we're talking about.
Those are the only ones I can think of because I don't care about I don't care about holidays or whatever the things are. But
Do you get involved with Halloween at all, or no?
I used to get involved with Halloween. Sure.
Yeah. What do you do now? Nothing.
I kind of drink and wander a neighborhood while my kids run up to houses.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. Do you wander and just sort of hold the knife with you, or?
Yeah, just aimlessly. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We're just kind of like wandering, and then I'll stumble into somebody's random house, and I'll be like, "Hey, rah." And they'll be like, "Oh, why do you have a knife?"
What is your
You know?
costume of choice? I mean,
I just go naked.
Oh, really? That I don't know which is
It's
scary, the
terrifying.
knife or the
Yeah, it's
or
terrifying.
the
There's no need to add anything to that.
or the combination of both. I mean, that might be scary enough,
Yeah, I
Sorry.
can only imagine if you went if you went Del Dante, they'd probably be like, "Oh shit, Bigfoot!" He's
Yeah,
real, I
they
knew it.
probably would. They probably say, "Look at that motherfucker! Let's shoot him!" Jesus Christ!
Go shoot that big
Good
bitch.
on People Magazine with that guy doing it. So
You'll be like the albino bald, Bigfoot.
you realize that, like, God, I would, just for hypothetically speaking, if something like that, if I were to do like something like these serial killers do, I would even get past the first one because I'd be so recognizable with the barcode, because like who else has
fucking wig. No, you're fine.
no, I'm saying, like, who else has a barcode on the back of their head?
Hitman for the video game.
Yeah, could you see Bay News 9? We have a hitman type story where
Yeah.
this
A
bald
gigantic man, bald with a barcode tattooed on the back of his head, running amok through South Tampa.
and Matt goes, God, I know who this guy is. Oh, jeez.
Be aware he is unarmed but highly dangerous, as he is gigantic.
If you see him, just throw vegetables or meat at him.
Yeah, just throw things at him if you see him.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're in the background.
Don't be alarmed. He won't hurt
Don't
you.
engage him.
Yeah,
Just
don't
throw things at him and run.
don't talk to him because he'll take away all your energy and stuff like that. So
Yeah, that's exactly right.
he'll talk to you. He'll talk you to death. So it's like, you ever seen that show, What We Do in the Shadows?
No.
Oh, it's funny too. It's they got one vampire guy on there that he's a energy, like, he takes your energy,
Oh, I know the
from
type.
So, like, he'll talk to you like this. I know it's sort of far fetched, but there was this sort of goblin, I guess, he was talking to or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, I'm
What
going to
in the
smash
world
you."
Are you watching?
No, it's part of the show. You know what I mean?
Right.
So then the guy's like,
Sounds like you.
the vampire's like, "Oh, I'll just talk to you about
you know
this,
what I'm
this, and this." And by the time, like, morning came, he like, I guess, turned into stone and blew up or something like that because he just drained him of all his energy. So it was. I mean, it's a funny show.
No idea what you're talking about.
No, it's a funny show. It's What We Do in the Shadows.
All right, I'll look at it.
You
but
never
sounds
seen
pretty
it?
Crazy.
Oh, come on.
It sounds pretty ridiculous.
Do you realize the colon cancer rates is 1 in 23?
The colon cancer rates is 1 in 23.
Yep. For men and 1 in 25 for women.
Interesting.
That's crazy. That's a very, and that's the other thing too. It's like, when did cancer explode so much?
When we started eating more preservatives and chemicals.
You think so?
Yeah, but I mean, I think that a lot of things give you cancer. You know what I mean? Prolonged exposure to a lot of stuff.
Well, I mean, like, when did obviously AIDS was a big killer back in the day and still is, but I think cancer is sort of like taken the limelight a lot because you have childhood cancer, you have.
Well, what does cancer mean? Do you remember?
Well, cancer just means a deformity of cells.
Boom. Yeah. So that's why there's so many different kinds of cancers, because it's like, oh, well, if there's malformed cells on a lung, that's a type of lung cancer. Does it mean cigarette lung cancer? No, not necessarily. It could just be all of a sudden liver cells were showing up on your lungs for some reason. And it's like, well, why the hell is that happening? I don't know. The body's got retarded for a second, but it's technically cancerous because, well, I don't know if you could say that, but I mean, it's malformed cells. They're
Right,
they're
right.
not formed correctly anymore.
And
And so
that's
that's what they call cancer. So it's all kinds of stuff. Skin cancer is like, oh, I've got, shit on my skin that ain't supposed to be there, and that kind of stuff.
that's so crazy, dude. It's you know, and more people are dying because of that. Um,
Uh,
well, I mean, you see a lot of people
always die, like you're always, I don't know.
like the guy
To
who
me,
played Black Panther, right? He died of colon cancer,
right?
and Patrick Swayze died of prostate cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean it's what they call like a silent killer because a lot of times you don't know it's there until it's too late.
Yeah, but it's kind of one of those things like they also can't do anything about it till it's there.
That's true too. I mean,
So it's like as long as you're mindful of your body, like you've said in the past and stuff,
yeah,
as long as you see, oh well, this isn't quite right, or things have
right.
been acting
Well,
kind of funny for a while. I should go think about getting that looked at or whatever, and then
right.
this is just be mindful of your body. Your body.
Exactly, and that's one of the things that sort of struck me was that back in school and college, right? We talked about how having certain things come out of your body is questionable, and blood is one of them. If you're having blood of any kind, you should be getting checked out. And I know it sounds very disgusting to talk about and blah blah blah. Yeah, but you people need to educate themselves on themselves, okay? Because and not be like a crazy, oh my god, this and this and this and this, but just to be mindful because you don't know what's going to happen to your body. And like, what is it, Superman's wife, she died of non-smoking lung cancer.
Right.
Didn't even smoke a day in her life.
Right, but you don't have to get cancer.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like cancer is, I
That's
don't know.
I know.
Sometimes it just is. Like it's not even something that you
Right.
did anything to cause. It just is. Like it just happens.
And I
Like
hated to see
about it, sure, but like they're not gonna start treating you for non-smoking lung cancer when before you have it, or
that's true, yeah. Yeah.
you gotta have the stuff to get treated
Symptoms,
for.
right. And
You could just not smoke and get, what I mean, but at the same time, like you can still get non-smoking.
exactly. And that's the thing, with me, I thought it was stage 4 cancer, so, and I was screwed, but nevertheless, it didn't show up as cancer at all, but still, in the long run, they still took out 2 feet of colon, but, and that's what I'm saying, that, like, somebody asked me one time, like, how long was the whole thing? I said, from start to finish, about a month and a half.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, until I got my surgery, it was about a month and a half of just scheduling and getting this rolling like quickly. Like, when I saw the doctor 3 days after my colonoscopy, he was like, "You need to go see somebody like now, like right now." Because he said that one of 3 things are going to happen. If I try to pull it out, you'd bleed to death because it's attached to an artery. That's what's feeding it. 2, it's growing, right?
Right.
And 3, I don't know if it's cancer or not. So, and then like I said, by the time I went to surgery, we took it out. He said it grew 2 times the size of the colon. So it was already blocking off my colon by the time I got to surgery.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that's what I'm saying.
Well, we have run out of time on that.
We do. We talked about a lot about my ass.
Yes, we did. We always seem to go there. You love talking about your
No,
dad.
I put it up on the Facebook page, and I wanted to kind of bring it up because it's like, it is something health wise. It is National Cancer Month. So take care of yourself, take care of your bodies, listen to your bodies, listen to what they're saying, and get checked. Somehow get checked. If you gotta go to the hospital, if you gotta go to a clinic, whatever.
If you can't afford any of those, just give me a call.
Yeah, Matt will send a small little camera via
It's
DeWalt
gonna be
drill.
my face.
It's gonna be your face. Ooh, that's sounds a little bit
I'm playing. That's
interesting.
just...
All right, we'll talk to you soon here for Matt the Savior.
Yes, sir. Go get yourself.
There you go. I was waiting for it. I am Bull. Stay tuned for more Bull's thoughts coming up here in the later weeks. So we'll see you soon. Social Reload Show, Bulls Radio Lounge. Stay safe. We'll see you next Monday night, 9 p.m.